Alright guys, so this is my 2021 Tesla Model 3. Just finished installing the summer tires. These are Forgestar. They are full of tire lube. These are not scratches. It's just the tire lube that they'd use to protect the wheel. This is the CF10. It's a 19 by 10 ET35 with a 245/40/19 Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. There's actually quite a lot of factors into what tire you put on an electric car. The tire I really wanted just wasn't released yet, the Pilot Sport EV. It's actually pretty cold and windy, so we're gonna talk about it inside the car, and we'll just go over. And what I'm really most excited about is just how these drive. They're probably a little greasy because all new tires are a little bit greasy. And it's like 39 degrees all of a sudden, and it was literally just almost sleeting. So won't be a crazy amount of grip, but it's definitely going to be better than the factory tires. So on the internet, it does show that you're able to go to service and then reset tire pressure sensors. But this is the newest update, I believe. I forget what software this is on. I don't want to get out of it. But this is the owner's manual. You can see right here, 10 minutes of driving over 15, it will automatically relearn these sensors. So we're gonna see if that's true. We'll go ahead, get driving here, and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, interesting to see how these feel. Now, if we touch into here, go to trips, we'll see that we have 23,000 miles on the car. And 23,000 miles, my average watt usage, efficiency is 274 watts per mile. Since installing my snow tires, which is 11,500 of these 23,000 miles, the usage was a little bit higher. That's obviously because I'm driving it in the winter. This actually was 258 before winter came. So, a couple things interesting on how it rides. Interesting to see the tire tread noise. Obviously the grip. And it's going to be too short of a trip to see the difference in efficiency, but I am probably expecting at least a 10% reduction in range. That's just my guess, because these are a pretty sticky tire. I can already tell that I'm not going to call these tires loud. They're probably a little bit louder than your factory tire, but again, your factory tire also has foam insulation. These do not have the, I think they call it Tesla acoustic foam. These do not have the foam, but if we stick it into this corner, it feels really nice. And we can show you the road here. This is a fairly intricate road, and we actually have a really fun corner coming right up. Definitely wouldn't call these loud. It's, you know what it really is? It's just a deeper hum than the snow tires. Now granted, snow tires aren't the quietest tire in the world either. Definitely not obtrusively loud. Not really loud hitting the pavement, bumps in the pavement. But this is coming up to a really tight corner with some elevation change. Don't want to push it too hard in case it doesn't have grip. It is a cold day for these summer tires. Wow. Yeah, that is a substantial increase in grip. Everything in the back seat's flopping around. All right, guys, so we've been driving less than 2 miles. Maybe we've been 3 miles. We can already see that the sensors have already automatically learned. That's really nice. I did not need to do any type of reset or any type of changes. They just came back on. I'm probably gonna go ahead and just fiddle with these pressures a little bit. That's just what the shop I had put on. Now, I mentioned that these weren't my exact first tires that I wanted. The tire that I really wanted was called the Pilot Sport EV, which is actually, there's 2 new tires from Michelin coming out. They have the Pilot Sport 5 and the Pilot Sport EV. Now these are the Pilot Sport 4S. This is the prototypical, this is the tire that everybody else tries to benchmark their 300 treadwear tires off of. I had the Super Sports. I love the Super Sports. This is my first time with the 4S. Obviously, first impressions are really great right now. Even on a heavier car in 49-degree weather with some damp roads, it's just an insane, I mean, I'm even gonna kind of make sure there's nobody here, go wide. Yeah, this, I noticed the camera came off because it was so much G's. Really nice feeling tire. I can't imagine what it feels like on an 80-degree day and the tire and the road are warm. This thing's really gonna be fun. It doesn't feel like a 4,000-pound car, that's for sure, just from the low center of gravity. But back to those tires, so the Pilot Sport EV, I believe, is based off the Pilot Sport 5, which is the latest iteration of the Pilot Sport line. The sidewall is a little bit stiffer for a heavy electric car. It does have that layer of acoustical acoustic foam inside. That takes off. That doesn't necessarily make smooth road changes, but when you hit the bumps, it kind of absorbs some of the sound of that. Also, the tread, I believe the tread design is slightly different, and the compound, again, is slightly different to minimize the rolling resistance while maximizing grip, which to me is confusing. There's so much technology in tires nowadays. And then you have the Pilot Sport 5. Sadly, it is late April 2022. Neither of those are available in the United States in this size. You know, supply chain shortages, everything's been hard lately. They do not have that ready. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But I didn't want to continue rolling on my winter wheels and tires. So we'll just, again, we can, I mean, not the most exciting to film. All right, we'll do a quick one little highway test. Test the highway noise. This car's gonna be, oh, this car's really going slow, actually.
Well, you don't want to go fast when you're getting on the highway.
No, no, you want to still be doing 40. I mean, I guess I was doing 90. Okay, so little bit more tread noise at speed, I would say, but it's definitely not obtrusively loud, even in any stretch of the word. What I'm really excited for is coming up on the next exit, not this one, but the following exit. It's a nice, long, high-speed sweeping corner. Kind of see how the car feels. Of course, this is not a performance model. This is the regular dual motor long range. I know the performance does have a stiffer suspension system. Now, while we do have some nice sticky tires, we are still on the floatier, comfier suspension. I did talk in an earlier video that I was thinking about lowering the car, but the way this, you know, the Aero kit, the factory Aero kit that's on this car, the front bumper and the side skirts already hang fairly reasonably low. When we drove it in the winter in this video, when I get up my driveway, which is a little bit of snowplow status, so I'm sorry, Sean, that you're gonna be outside, but we're gonna try this worst case scenario up a hill with no momentum. Worst case scenario. You can see that we are actually already pushing some snowplow status. So, all right, so this is the last corner, and of course we have a little bit of traffic. Just want to see, you know, I'm not going to be accelerating, but I just want to see if we hold highway speed. how it feels. It feels really nice, actually. I'm gonna have to really slow down because that's probably the speed they want you to be going. That one felt really nice. You can really tell the low center of gravity. And now with the sticky tires, the softer suspension just doesn't matter on a corner like that. It felt really nice and smooth. If I didn't have to slow down to an actual reasonable speed, that would have been a lot of fun. So I think that's definitely about it. We can see, you know, this, it's so hard because we were doing kind of merging kind of quickly. Like I said, I want to see after a couple thousand miles, what is my real world usage. I will also very likely reset my trip here, call it the PS4S, and we'll just see again. So 288 watts, where do the Pilot Sports fall?